Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Entertainment Brick Show. Today, we are continuing with the LEGO video series here. What if LEGO made a particular theme, and how would it look? How would it operate? What would the sets be? And for this video, we are going to be doing Gravity Falls, which is one of my favorite shows of all time, without a doubt. I just rewatched it. What was it? Probably about a week ago now. I just rewatched it, and still holds up, still love the show, and obviously that got me thinking, what if LEGO were to make a Gravity Falls, LEGO set? I've seen a ton of LEGO Ideas projects be the Mystery Shack, and none of them are chosen, which is so unfortunate, but I'm very excited to kind of share my ideas here with you all about what if there was an actual full-blown theme for LEGO Gravity Falls. So, I'm thinking, to start off, like the first thing that they would do for this LEGO Gravity Falls theme they would release a D2C Mystery Shack set to start off the theme, and it would just include everybody that you need. It would include Dipper, Mabel, Zeus, Wendy, Stan, other Stan, both Stan brothers, maybe like Gideon, Bill Cipher, like those kind of characters would be included here, and it would just be all the essentials. It'd have Bill Cipher in there as well. I was thinking maybe some others like side characters as well. But basically, full D2C set. It would be able to be closable and open. It'd be able to be opened and closed. I don't know. I wrote in my notes closable and openable. That just sounds weird. With a complete interior build, full blown Mystery Shack set, $200, $300, however much it has to be, and then after that, they would go into a full blown wave in the next year. So it'd be a full blown wave, including sets I don't even know. What was one that I had on my list here? Oh, yeah, here it is. So, the sets based off of the show, for instance, like the Gobblewonker, for instance, which was episode 2 of season 1, and it would be like an $80 set. It would include Old Man McGucket. It would include a different version of Dipper and Mabel and Zeus, maybe in their life jackets. It would have the build would be a full-blown Gobblewonker monster build, which I think could be really cool. Maybe a side build could be Zeus's boat, which I think could also be very cool. And then another set I put down here would be like the Gideon robot from the finale of season 1, which would be like a $60 set, include Dipper, Mabel, Zeus in a bus driver outfit, Gideon in the the mocap suit that he had on, and the build would be this giant buildable mech that is basically of Gideon's robot from the finale of season 1. I think that could be also a very cool set. A little bit different from the typical kind of set in this theme, where it's more of like a robot mech set rather than like a vehicle or like a place or something. Then the next set would be, or some smaller set ideas, I guess. Not really the next set, but smaller set ideas, because those are a little bit more on the expensive side. Could be things like the gnome, what is that? The gnome. I don't want to say HQ, but like the gnome village, whatever. It could be like $15. Include the gnome leader. Maybe a couple of gnome minifigures, Dipper, Mabel, and I think the builds could be the Mystery Shack golf cart from episode 1. So in episode 1, basically Dipper and Mabel have to escape this gnome village, and the gnomes start attacking them and stuff. So that's what I was thinking there for some smaller sets, but basically a lot of just cool things from the show. Basically, again, things like the Gobblewonker, the giant Gideon robot. There's definitely some really cool options, and then for some D2C sets, some other D2C sets to kind of go along with the mainstream waves, it would be, one of the ideas I had was a giant buildable Bill Cipher D2C set, which I think could be really cool. He can open up, and in the inside is the interior of his mansion from the Weirdmageddon final episodes, which I think could be really cool, kind of like a really cool interior build. And then another D2C set would be a buildable journal where you can swap the numbers on the journal to be 1, 2, or 3, and you can open it up, and inside is a diorama of the portal room under the Mystery Shack. I think that was a really cool one that I came up with. I really liked that idea, where it would be similar to the Hogwarts icon set. It would be basically it would be that, but it's just the journal. So it would be a buildable you basically build up the exterior of the journals. Again, you can swap it out for 1, 2, or 3. Just have a different number, whatever, plate or something like that, printed plate, and this you could open up the journal, and inside is, when you open it up, the portal room from the Mystery Shack, from under the basement of the Mystery Shack, could be the actual build, right? It could be like the full-blown build on the interior. You could have like the control room. You could have an exclusive version of like Stan, and then you could also have an exclusive version of like Stanford, just have like 2 minifigures in this giant set, and then it would be like the actual portal and stuff. Like, I think that could be a really cool idea, because I think it might be a little bit difficult to make a D2C Mystery Shack with a portal room when it's supposed to be underground, so it's not really supposed to be above. So that's what I'm thinking there, which I think could be really cool. So those are the D2C set ideas. And then one more idea I had for this theme would be basically an entire like sub-genre of this theme, where it's basically all Weirdmageddon related sets. So you obviously have like your mainstream sets, what were the ones that I mentioned previously, but then after like maybe a couple years, maybe on like the 3rd or 4th year of this theme, they would do a whole wave of sets solely based off of the Weirdmageddon episodes, because there are a ton of options for a bunch of sets based off that theme, off those episodes. So it would be an entire year of Weirdmageddon sets, all themes just Weirdmageddon based, kind of like how Harry Potter does their sets for each of the movies yearly, or each of the 2 movies yearly, whatever. Similar to this, it would be, maybe season 1 sets, then season 2 sets, and then Weirdmageddon sets. And then they would start it all over again. That's what I think would be really cool. And instead of a typical Gravity Falls wave, it would just be a year of just sets based off of Weirdmageddon. So you could have, like, I don't know, Bill Cipher's car, the weird, like, sports car, whatever that was, or convertible car that he was driving around in when he went back up to the pyramid. There could be, like, Wendy's hideout or something like that as like a polybag or something. I don't know. There's a ton of options, obviously, but I think that could be really cool. And that's kind of my thoughts for Gravity Falls Lego theme. Obviously, there's a ton of options, ton of cool minifigure. I haven't even talked about the minifigures, really. Ton of cool minifigure potential with a lot of the crazy, wacky characters, and also a lot of characters with different designs as well. For instance, one that just came to my head would be like a regular version of Wendy from the, every typical episode, and then there would also be the Weirdmageddon version of Wendy from the Weirdmageddon episodes. So that's what I'm thinking there. But a lot of cool stuff for this theme that I think could really work. So there you have it. If you enjoyed that video, do the common YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.